Welcome guys, another episode of Admission Guide to NTU. I'm Raymond Leong, NTU business students, and in this video, I'm going to share some of the useful websites that you need to use when you come in NTU. So once you get matriculate, which means you got your matric number and also your Never ID account, you can explore it yourself at your own pace, at your own time. So let's get started. So for the first one will be OneStop. As you can see here, they mention about their contact number and also their working hours. So OneStop is basically a platform for all the students to do their, I could say, uni stuff, like your metric card, your letter of certificates, housing systems. When you apply to hall, you also need to apply through this website. So if you have any matters that want to deal with in OneStop and you want to go to the office in person, so you can click on this link to book an appointment before you go. Click here for the NTU Students OneStop portal. Type in your network ID account. This will be your main page. So they will post some useful thing at this bar. Once you book an appointment, so it will appear in this tab. And for this tab, to start off every semester, you need to pay like hall fees and also your tuition fees. If you haven't paid for it, you will see something in this tab that states that you need to take action to pay for these tuition fees or whatever. You can make your payment here. Search for the payment that you need to make, for example, like hall rental fees, and they will give every detail of yourself, and you get to choose either use PayNow QR code, it's very convenient, credit card or debit card, or if you are international students and your parents want to direct transfer the tuition fees to the schools, you can use this Flywire. The next one will be request for service. There are really a lot of service that are provided by OneStop. I think they centralize it, putting all the HLS, IT service into it. If you're coming to stay in hall, if you want to use refrigerator, remember to apply here. So for the usage of fridge will be around 85, if I'm not mistaken, 80 something. If you are not satisfied with your current hall, your room, and I don't like this roommate, I want to change all, or maybe the facility in the hall is not what you expected, you can apply hall or room movement. Write your reason, make sure it's a valid one. If you have any medical stuff, just write it and submit your MC as a proof. Third one will be a book an appointment. If you have any inquiries that you have to go to the office in person, remember the book. So the last one will be my ticket. Once you request for any service or do any action, they will update here. So if you have any tuition fee that you haven't paid for, they will open a case here and to remind you that it's time for you to pay. And the second one is NTU and also called as Student Link. This is also a very important website for every student. I will walk you through those which are very important to every student. So for the first one is the academic matters. So there are course registrations, which I mentioned it in the previous I think last year videos about the stars, which we need to register, get the course that you want to study. And also they have degree audit. This is where you check all your details about yourself and also your examination, what grades that you get in the previous semester or whatever. Next is the student exchange, where some of you might want to apply for it. So they have various students exchange that are provided by NTU. So I think for now, during the COVID situation, you can only have a remote student exchange with some specific university. But in a normal circumstances, that means no COVID, you can actually apply for this, match your course with the university that you want. There are two types of student exchange that you can apply for. For overseas will be the GEM, they got Discovery and also Explorer. And another one will be SUSEP, which is the local students exchange. For example, like NUS. Next, for this one will be the streamings, which means the specialization. So, like for example, business students, once you advance to your year two, you will need to choose your streaming, which specialization that you want to take by clicking here. The next one will be the financial assistance, where you can apply for all the financial aid schemes that I mentioned in the previous videos, scholarship, tuition grant, anything. If you want to work in school, this is also where you can search for the part-time jobs. The next is the administrative matters. This is where you can also check your e-bill of your tuition fees and also your whole hostel fee. Here you can update your personal particulars. It's very important. If you're freshie, first came to NTU and you successfully open a new account, a new bank account, you have to update here. Okay, if you want to use gyro or automatically transfer your tuition fees or maybe your hostel fees to schools, so you have to update your bank account here. The last one will be the others, LT or TR booking. So if you are any representative from any clubs high enough to book a venue for your clubs, this is where you can apply for it. And also PR booking. So if you have any group assignment, presentations to discuss about. So PDI is actually a small room that can fit about 5%, which located in the LHN, the ARC. And another one will be the sport facility booking. This is where you book slots for the sport facility that you want. For example, like gym, table tennis, tables, badminton court, swimming pools, okay? A lot of sport facility you can book it through here. The next one will be the NTU Learn. This is also a website that every student must know and must access literally every day. At the bottom, you will state about your course list. Any course that you taken for the SEM will appear here. To teach you a trade, you can click on this setting, this here. Do whatever amendments that you want. For example, like my previous year, I have like management accounting. So if I don't need this website anymore, I can just unclick it and it will not appear in my course list anymore. You can manage and personalize your course list here, whether you need it to show the course name, the course ID, instructors. And this one, Library One Share, is a very powerful tool for you to search for any articles and also, previous exam paper. They will provide you at least 3 years of exam paper. Once you get your network ID account, you can explore it yourself. On top of this website, there's actually you can check if you have any updates from your courses, your instructors, and also to see if you have any assignment that you need to do. Your grades will be reflected in here, whether you did great or not. And the next one is called the Career Axis. So basically, it's a platform where you can search any jobs that you want. So apart from jobs, internships. You can also apply for the events like workshops or maybe like talk. You can apply through here. As you can see, there are like self-assessed worker, and the next one is called NTU Sonar System. So this is where I did all my experiment studies, case study, okay? Also log in with your Network ID account. You can search any studies, experiments that you want. So basically they will state all the details, how much you are going to be paid. Not every experiment or study is available for you. So for example, some experiment or studies have some specific requirements that you need to meet. If you took experiment A, maybe you are not allowed to take experiment B. Or maybe you need to take experiment A in order to take experiment B. So there might be some requirements that you need to follow. After you apply for the experiments, they will actually show up in here the name of the study, time, location, and the status. As you can see here, there are like AB1601. So this one is meant for the business students. So there will be one course that is called the Organizational Behavior (OB) short form. So you require to take about some experiments to get the credit for the course. So do take note about for each of the experiment that you register for. If you show up but maybe they have enough people for the experiment, don't worry. They will give you a show up fee if you are present in the venue on time. If you register for the experiment or study, you have to go for it. Okay? If you really cannot attend for that particular experiment or study, remember to cancel it. Once you absent for twice, for the remaining of the semester, you cannot register for any other experiment or studies. So basically, you need to wait for the upcoming semester to renew your status. Then only you can apply for any experiment and study that you want. So there's all the information that I want to share for you. If I have any additional website or information that I want to share to you guys, I will probably make another video. I hope this video is useful to you, and once you get matriculate, remember to get your matric numbers and also your network ID account, and explore this website on your free time. Play around with it. These are the websites that you will use it regularly. Like, share, and subscribe for more.